Hello cadets, good morning. Hope you are all doing well in your home. In the last class, we studied about the chapter number 3, that is Delhi Sultanates. This interesting story of crusade, which is there in your textbook, that is 3 orders, peace of God, knights and crusades. Interesting extra reading that also we done. Crusades means warriors, the religious warriors. Okay, I hope you are able to understand the chapter which is taught till now, chapter 1 to 3. Slowly we are progressing into the academic year. We are in the July month. What are the chapters completed? That is chapter 1, 2 and recently 3. Make the notes. Actually, I requested cadets to write the question and answers and send image to my WhatsApp number. I have not received a good response. Only few cadets sent the response. Maybe you have your own problems, like most of you may not have textbooks. So I decided to explain about question and answers. So once I explain question and answers, definitely you can write easily. Okay cadets, very important. Take your notebooks, take pen and get ready. First, write down the questions. That is, let us recall. I told you we have questions called recall, let us discuss in brief, let us discuss in detail. We have 3 different sets of questions. What's let us recall? Question: which ruler first established his or her capital at Delhi? Question 2: what was the language of administration under Delhi Sultans? Third, in whose reign did the Sultanate reach farthest extent? Question means, out of Delhi Sultanates, during rule of which Sultan the maximum capturing of South India was done? That is the question. Question number 4, from which country Ibn Battuta traveled to India? In your textbook, keywords, all keywords I explained you: Iqta, Tariq, garrison, Mongol, gender and Karj. Karj means a tax. Go through my previous slides, you will get answer for all these questions. And what is the question? That is, let's understand. And let's understand question number 5. What is the 5? According to the circle of justice, why was it important for a military commander to keep interests of the peasantry in the mind? Means, in the circle of justice, why the military commander should give importance to the protecting interest of farmers? That is the question. What is the 6th question? 6th question is, what is meant by the internal and external frontiers of a sultanate? What is internal territory and external frontiers? That is what the question. What is question number 7? What were steps taken to ensure that muftis performed their duties? Why do you think they may have wanted to defy the orders of sultans? Means we are studying the changes happened in the muftis during the time of Alauddin Khilji. That is what we are studying. We studied, that is what the question expects from you. 8th, what was the impact of Mongol invasion on Delhi Sultanates? We studied about invasion of Mongols, which was responsible for rise of garrison towns. We studied about garrison town called Siri. And Mongol invasion was responsible for destruction or downfall of Delhi Sultanates? Don't worry, I'll also show you the answers also. This we are discussing question now. What is the next? That is, let's discuss. This expects you to go in detail. Do you think the authors of Tawarik would provide information about lives of ordinary men and women? We studied about Tariq and Tawarik. Do you feel in Tariq and Tawarik what a farmer, what a common man was doing? Do we get such information? Recall what I taught you. Okay. Question number 10. This is a question based on your thinking skill. Razia Sultana was unique in history of Delhi Sultanates. Do you think women leaders are accepted more readily today? Question is that Razia Sultana could rule only for a few years in Delhi because we studied about gender distinction, because they felt that women is not supposed to be a ruler. But in 21st century, do we have the same condition? Question expects from answer from you. What is the 11th question? Why were Delhi Sultanates interested in cutting down forest? Does deforestation occur for the same reason today? Okay. I hope you understood the questions. Now start writing question as well as answer both. What was the question number 1? Question number 1 was, which ruler first established his or her capital in Delhi? You can write the answer as Tomara Rajputs established their capital, or Anagapala, this is the name of the king. Anagapala of the Tomara dynasty first established his capital at Delhi. Okay, write down. Anagapala of the Tomara Rajput dynasty first established his kingdom, established his capital at Delhi. What is the second question? What was the language of administration under Delhi Sultanates? What is the answer for that? Persian was the language of administration under Delhi Sultanates. So which language was used by Delhi Sultanates? That is Persian. Persian language. Completed? No problem. Write it slowly. Third. In whose reign did Sultanate reach its furthest extent? Means during which Delhi Sultanates the maximum number of capturing or expansion of territory was done. That is the meaning of question. What is the answer? That is under the time of Alauddin Khilji. Okay, let us continue. The furthest extent and reached, that is Muhammad bin Tughlaq's period. Okay, but it was started during the time of Alauddin Khilji, but it is reached highest during the time of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, let us move to the next. Of course, this is the map of Alauddin Khilji. Question number 4. From which country Ibn Battuta traveled to India? Do you remember we studied a paragraph? Yes. Ibn Battuta traveled to India from Morocco. Traveled India from which country? Morocco. Okay. What is the question number 5? According to the circle of justice, why was it important for a military commanders to keep interest of their peasantry in the mind? What is the answer? According to the circle of justice, it was important for the military commanders to keep interest of peasants in mind, because the salary of the soldiers came from the revenue collected from the peasants, and the peasants could pay the revenue only when they were prosperous and happy. That is the answer. Means if the king keep farmers happy, they grow good crops. When the crop yield is good, naturally they pay higher the tax. That's why it was very important that the king should definitely protect the interest of peasantry or farmers. Question number 6. What is meant by internal and external frontiers of Sultanate? What is the answer? Internal frontier of Sultanates consisted of hinterland of the garrison town. Means what is there inside the garrison town and what is in the hinterland, which is called as internal frontiers within the reach of the king. Now what is external? The external frontier refers to the unconquered territory, especially in the southern part of Indian subcontinent. Hope you wrote answer. Okay. What is the question number 7? What were the steps taken to ensure muftis perform their duties? Why do you think they may have wanted to defy the orders of sultans? This question definitely got 2 parts. Okay, let us answer the part 1, that is steps taken. The steps taken are given below. What are the steps? Question. Point number 1. Accountants were appointed by the state to check the amount of revenue collected by the muftis. Care was taken that mufti collected only tax prescribed by the state and not more than that. Third, it was also taken care that he kept only required number of soldiers. What is the answer for second part of the question? The muftis may have wanted to defy the orders of the sultanate or sultans because their appointment was not hereditary. Earlier it was hereditary, but later it was not made. It was not hereditary. Means king can appoint anybody whom he wish. Also their job was transferable. What is more important is the condition of service was severely imposed on them, which they did not like. So there was a problem. This is the answer for question number 7. What is question number 8? What was the impact of Mongol invasion of Delhi Sultanates? The Delhi Sultanate mobilized a large standing army in Delhi. It posed a big administrative challenge. What are the steps taken by them? Step was Alauddin Khilji constructed a new garrison town at Siri for his soldiers. He imposed tax on the land to feed the army at the rate of 50% of peasants' yield, and he began to pay the soldiers in cash. Muhammad bin Tughlaq shifted people from Delhi to Daulatabad in south, thus converted Delhi into a garrison town. He also disbanded army. He also paid soldiers in cash. You can also add one more thing, that the invasion of Mongols was responsible for downfall of Delhi Sultanates. I repeat, the invasion of Mongols were responsible for downfall of Delhi Sultanates. What is ninth? Do you think authors of Tawarik would provide information about the lives of ordinary men and women? Do you feel so? Answer is, I don't think like that, because it is because the authors of Tawarik lived in the city, mainly in Delhi. You studied that. They were not in touch of the village people. They often wrote their history for sultans in the hope of rich rewards. They had nothing to do with the common mass or a common man. Hence, it was obvious that information provided by them would lack ordinary men and women. Let us move to question number 10. Razia Sultana was unique in the history of Delhi Sultanate. Do you think women leaders are accepted more readily today? Children, this is an open-ended question. You can write your own answers. Okay? Don't stick on to the answer which is displayed here. You can write your own answers. It is your opinion they are asking. Okay? Yes, I think like that. Today, the situation has changed due to the spread of education. People now realize the potential of women, so they started accepting them as leaders. Correct, na? Even in rural areas, now we see women sarpanch or councillors. I already told you can add your own answers. Like in India, we had a women president, we had a women prime minister, and presently, Shri Narendra Modi's government, we have several women ministers, we have several women scientists. You can definitely write the answer according to your thinking skills. Okay? The last question. Why were the Delhi Sultanates interested in cutting down the forest? Does the deforestation occur for the same reason today? Answer is, the Delhi Sultanates cleared Ganga and Yamuna Dhob and gave these lands for peasants or the farmers. Why? In order to encourage agriculture. They also established new fortresses and towns in these lands to protect trade routes and promote regional trade. Today, do we cut forest and start agricultural activity there? Definitely not. So, no. Today, deforestation does not occur for the same reason. Means, today we don't cut forest and grow vegetables there. That chance is less, or rather no. Nowadays, vegetation cover is being reduced due to overpopulation, urbanization and commercialization. This is the answer which is given. You can write, I once again repeat, you can write your own answers. Okay, cadets, with this the question and answers of chapter 3 is over. Once again I repeat, there are few questions in which you can write your opinion. So no need to stick on to the answer. Like, what is the answer if what is Tariq or Tawarik? That answer should be definitely from the textbook. But the question like, does deforestation occur in the same day? These are all is a open-ended question where you can write your own opinion. Okay, please write down all these. Go through the video. Please write down so that question and answers are ready with you. Definitely it will help for your examination. Take care.